Hello, I'm Craig Stern of Pharma Pharmaceutical Consultants. We've been speaking for the last few sessions about formularies and about how they're structured, how drugs are contained, etc. And we're trying to do this in a slow fashion and in a rather quick bites so that people who are in a hurry and have not a lot of time can pick up what they need. I want to bring up one issue that we talked on the last time with regard to coding of formularies, and I want to kind of talk about what that means. At the end of the day, there's a list of drugs on the formulary, and the question is, how's a computer going to tell that one drug is the same as another drug, or the drugs that you want to be on the formulary are the ones that are included, that patients will be able to get as part of their benefit, and as others will not be able to get because those drugs are not on the formulary. So there is a need somehow to put some sort of coding around this to ensure the fact that people can tell the difference. There are many ways to code. As I talked about in the last time, one of the most fundamental ways is kind of the fingerprint for all drugs, and that's the National Drug Code, or NDC code. That defines literally every product by manufacturer, by product, by strength, and by package size. And we also talked about the fact that because there are so many NDC codes for any one drug, so a drug like, for example, an antibiotic like amoxicillin may have 20 or 30 or 40 different NDC numbers. It's necessary to be able to group them, and so there are grouping codes or therapeutic codes that are used. The most important question, though, is why do you care? Why does anybody care? If somebody is a professional and behind the scenes is dealing with it, then effectively there shouldn't be any question whatsoever. And in effect, just in a general way, formularies have become a major topic of conversation. And frankly, they should have been held in the background because it was an issue with regard to how professionals dealt with it. But to be fair, the formulary is the list of drugs and therefore is a definition of benefit for a pharmacy benefit because it lists out all of the drugs that would be included on somebody's benefit and what they would receive and what they would not receive. So it is important to bring up the coding issue because if I'm a health plan, for example, and I have a PBM or a pharmacy benefit administrator or a third-party administrator that's coding, I need to make sure that what they have coded includes all of the drugs, the strength, the dosage form that I want, because there may be indications and things that I don't want. And so within the same drug, there may be certain strengths that I don't want because they are too large of a dose, or they've been identified by the FDA as being drugs that are too high a strength. There may be problems with regard to drugs that come as immediate release and sustained release, but the sustained release products have no real benefit, as for example is true in some of the diabetic drugs. So at the end of the day, it really does matter, and those who have responsibilities for benefits, those who have responsibilities for health plans, need to really scrutinize how coding is done to ensure the fact that what they expected to be on the formulary is on the formulary, and what is not, and more importantly than that, as you add, remove, or change, that you are in constant contact and that you know what it is. This can lead to significant amounts of money that are paid inappropriately. This can lead to groups of drugs that are dispensed or paid for inappropriately. This can lead to appropriate ways of handling what the formulary is, and then when you expand or contract and you add drugs or take drugs away, that you have some control over it so you know what's going on. So in fact, even though it's behind the scenes, it is an important issue. It is one that may require expertise, and it may require for you to get expertise, but it's critical that you get involved in that game. I hope that you've had something that led to education for you. I look forward to speaking to you the next time. Have a wonderful day.